Hey guys, it's Dina here, and finally, I cannot stress this enough, finally, I have found the Spring Limited Edition eyeshadow palettes from Wet n Wild. I'm not kidding you guys, I have looked from here where I live to, I had to go almost to Nashville, Tennessee to find these. I looked at every nook and cranny, little Walgreens and CVS that I could find, and nobody had them in yet. They had the other limited edition eyeshadow palettes from Wet n Wild, but not these. So I finally found them. I've had a lot of people requesting that I do a swatches video for them, so sorry it took me so long, but I made a specific trip. I saw on the, I think it was the Nuevo Cheap blog spot that she had like an interactive map. I'm pretty sure it was hers. It was either her or Musings of a Muse. One of the two, but somebody had posted on there that the Springfield, Tennessee CVS, which was, I literally had to go for like 15 miles through the middle of nowhere to end up in this city. But anyway, I did find it, and thank God they still had them. So I did grab all of them. I grabbed one for my daughter, and I grabbed an extra set. So yep, here it is, finally. Sorry for the ramble. Here is the primer that I'm going to be using. This is just the Milani eyeshadow primer, which is a kick butt primer. I really, really like it. So if you haven't tried it yet, it is very comparable to, I would say, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance more than, I mean, even the Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's very similar. So let's get started. The first palette that I'm going to go over with you is going to be Nude Awakenings, or Awakening, sorry, it's number 34051. The packaging is very cute. It's got a white kind of flowery design on it. On the back it just says, you know, the color icons. Gives you a little idea of, you know, the lingo. Got your brow bone, eyelid, crease, definer. Let's see what else it has. Sweet look, a flirty look, a dramatic look, and a wild look. And it gives you what you should do. Number 1, 1, and 2, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And it's giving you the little map of the eye. It does come with a dual-ended applicator, which it looks like a gremlin got a hold of this. I mean, if you can see, there's like a stray hair hanging out right here. And it gnawed on the brush. This brush I would never use. This is a sponge tip applicator, which is a true sponge. It's not like the latex one, so I don't really care for it, but I will keep it just in case. You never know when you get in a pinch. Alright, so here are the shades here. I'll show them to you up close very quickly. You have your brow bone, your eyelid, crease, and definer. And then on the same thing on the other side, brow bone, eyelid, crease, and definer. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and get to some swatching. Alright, let's see. The first one, I'm just going to go from top to bottom here. The brow bone color is just a kind of a shimmery off-white. Then we have the eyelid color, which is a kind of a champagne-y gold. The next one is going to be a matte brown. And the bottom color is going to be a super intensely dark, well, not as much as I was thinking. I was thinking it was that same color they always use, but it's not. It's a little, I mean, it's definitely darker than the matte colors you can see, but it's got some fairly good pigmentation. It's got a lot of gray tones to this brown. So I'm just going to close the palette so I don't knock my camera off. And I'll go ahead and start swatching these. Excuse me. Alright, so there is the first color there, that off-white brow bone. Here is the eyelid color, which is that pretty golden brown. The next shade I just accidentally wiped off, so let me try it again. Wiping my hand on the Kleenex and wipe the wrong one. Okay, so here's the third color here. That one was a little bit crumbly underneath the finger, so that one would have a little bit of fall. It's got some nice pigmentation though. And then here is the last shade here, which is that dark brown. And I don't know shade is on the side of my finger, so let's just put it on my index finger. There it is. And that's a much better swatch. So there are the first 4 colors there. I love that second color. Very pretty. That's an excellent highlight color for your inner corner or your brow bone, either one. It's got some really nice shimmer to it, but not chunky glitter. So I'm just going to get me a wet wipe real quick, if I can get it out of the package. Nothing is working for me today. Nothing. Happy Easter, by the way, if you celebrate it, which I do. If you don't, just have a happy Sunday to you. Gonna go have dinner after a while. Kind of excited about that because I'm already hungry. Alright, so moving onwards, let's go to the second one here. Second side. This is going to be your brow bone color here. Very pretty. It's almost got like a mauve undertone to it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not. The second one is a beautiful dark brown. These are all shimmery, by the way, just the one matte, which was on the other side. This is a gorgeous charcoal gray with some shimmer in it. And then, of course, you have your black with your shimmer in it. Alright, so we'll just go top to bottom. So here is the first shade here. Second shade is that darker brown. Third shade is your kind of dark charcoal with shimmer. That's gorgeous. And then your shimmery black. A little bit powdery on the black, had a little bit of flaking. So there are those 4 shades there. So that's the Nude Awakening, palette. I was most excited to get that one, as I love my nudes. I'm a nudie. Alright, next one is going to be the second palette, and I'm just going to do the swatches on the inside of my arm so that I don't have to wipe it off to where I can't recap them at the end. So I'm just going to use my primer here, and I'm just going to stick a little bit on my hand and rub it in for you, and then we'll get to the swatches of the next palette called Going Into the Wild. So I've got my primer rubbed in, I'll wipe my finger off, and here we go. So here is the palette. Look at those bottom 2 colors. Oh my geez. Look at that. I'm loving this. Loving this, loving this. I've not swatched any of these, so this is going to be my first initial reaction as well. Alright, so going from top to bottom, we've got this beautiful brow bone color, which is a shimmery white. A eyelid color, which definitely has some burgundy tone to it. It is not near as pigmented as it appears in the pan. I'll hold them together so you can see. It's got some golden shimmer to it, so it is definitely on the lighter side, which I guess kind of makes sense considering it's for spring. You don't want to be having a neon rosy eye. Beautiful lilac purple. Holy moly, that's really pretty. And your bottom color, which is going to be this super intense looking burgundy. Oh, wow, yeah, that's pretty. Burgundy with purple and pink reflex in it. It kind of reminds me of a color that they put in most of their palettes, and it could be, for all I know. So let's go ahead and get these swatched. This may be a really weird angle, but we'll try it and see. Alright, so here is the white, shimmery white right there. Alright, the second color is that kind of rosy colored brown. I think I'm going to turn the camera just a little bit like that. There we go. Alright, the next one is going to be the lilac. And actually I'm just going to swatch these off of the camera and then bring them back so I know I won't knock it over. It's very, very pale on that one right there. Okay, and then the last one is going to be this really dark purple, or it's more like a, trying to see here, it's like a very dark burgundy with some reflects of pink like a really bright pink. Let me see if I can hold this back here for just a second here. So those are the 4 shades there. You can kind of see the shimmer as I move the camera across. Alright, so let me see if I can get this set back on here without falling. I am so good at that. Yay. Alright, the next one here is going to be the last 4. And I'm sorry this is taking so long, guys, but I don't have a lot of room to work in here. Alright, we've got the brow bone, eyelid, crease, and definer. Brow bone is a shimmery gold. This is a shimmery, like, minted green, almost. This is a beautiful color that reminds me so much of the MAC Pigment in Mauvement. That 3rd color right there. And then the last color is like a blackened green with shimmer. So, just going to go ahead and lay the palette down and swatch the colors. So there is the gold, which is very pale. This is the green, which felt very powdery and soft. Alright, here is this color here that reminds me of Mauvement. And the last color here is going to be that definer color, which is very beautiful and dark. So, I'm just going to swatch these really quickly, and then I will show you how they appear on the skin once they're swatched. Saves a little bit of time. Alright, so the first color here is going to be the gold. Right up there. It's pretty pale, actually. It's right beside the green. I don't know how well you can see it. Then the green actually had surprising pigmentation. It was a lot darker than I thought it would be. The color that reminds me of Mauvement just still does remind me of Mauvement, maybe a little bit darker. And then you've got that dark blackened green. So here is a recap of the shades from the palette. This is the Going in the Wild number 34052. And then this here is the Nude Awakenings, which is palette number 34051. So that is the 2 palettes. Sorry for the horrible camera work. I have eyeshadow all over my desk thing. Okay. So those are the 2 palettes. Again, I will open them and let you see them. They retail for $4.99 each. I hope to God that you can find these, because I have searched from here to the end of the earth, I think, to find them. So, yeah, I hope that you do find them. Please let me know what you think of these, if you're planning on picking one up, if you can find it, or if you already have it. I know a lot of people do. Let me know what you think, and thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.